Hi, my name is Eric, and I thought today we would talk about bullies, whether it be cyberbullying or you know any bullying. But I think we first need to have to define what a bully is and where do they come from. See, now there's what I call different segments. You have a bully, and then you have cliques. Cliques are groups of people that get together, and as a group collectively, they can be bullies as a group. Well, let's define what a bully is. Who is a bully? Are bullies born that way at birth? Or is that something that they have been taught or learned? This is not here to defend bullies by any means. But usually when I see a bully, I see someone that has a lot of anxiety, very insecure, and a lot of anger issues. And that could be coming from home where they're in an abusive home, where they're belittled, whether it be verbally, mentally, or physically. They're all abused. And they've learned that behavior from their parents or their grandparents or both. There's a difference when you're raising children of being abusive to them and parenting. Swatting on the ass and correcting kids is not abuse. Leaving marks on them, now you're going towards abuse. And a lot of bullies that I know of come from a home life of whether it be their parents, siblings, that they were chastised, abused, what have you. And then you have the learned behavior bully that I call them. And that is they tend to become that way because they're trying to insulate from people that have picked on them their whole life. So, what would be examples? I can tell you in my own life that I never saw a bully until I moved into a rural area and I was just going into the sixth grade. See, up until that point, we were military brats. So every 2 years, it seemed like you were being uprooted and starting a different school. The only good thing about that is at that school, a lot of the kids were experiencing the same thing. Every 2 years, they lose their friends and have to make new ones. So we were all going through the same stuff. And with being military brats, we tended to group together. We were a force to be reckoned with, you could say. But when I moved up, when I was going into my sixth grade into a rural area, that's when I first experienced bullies. And the one type that bothered me the most were what I called cliques. And these kids had grown up together since kindergarten. They knew each other, and so I was the outsider and would be picked on for just about anything. Now, I could have turned outward and developed traits of a bully, Whereas with me, I went inward and just sucked it up. Any form of bullying is not right. Kids can be brutally honest and just say whatever without having the thought process like us adults of, well, that wasn't very nice. Or don't say that. If you haven't got anything good to say, don't say it at all. So when I see where a lot of kids have committed suicide because of cyberbullying, what I tend to see is cliques or a group that gang up on one. It's not an individual bully that's doing it, it's a group. And they don't understand how this person over here is feeling. Because if they did understand how much they were hurting this individual, then they might stop. Problem is, they don't understand how much it affected that person until that person is no longer here. Does that make these group over here real bad people? No, stupid people. Stupid kids. How do you protect your child from it? Honestly, you can't. But we need to set our kids down and explain to them what cyberbullying is, whether it's an individual bully or if it's a group, and that your child should never be a part of either. No way, shape, or form. Do not pick on somebody less than you are. Do not belittle someone else to make yourself feel good. This is a learned behavior. It is not one that comes from birth. The kids that are coming from an abusive household, they probably need to get in with a therapist and have an intervention in their own home. Seriously. Before something really bad happens. Because those are the kids that normally they either come out as a bully or they go inward and they explode. And it could be suicide, homicide, you know, eventually something terrible is going to take place. So please, please sit your kids down today and have that discussion. And keep an open dialogue with your kids. Because if your kids are a recipient, then you want your child to come to you and talk to you about it. Because at that point, as parents, maybe the one that's bullying or the group that their parents don't realize that it's taking place. And simply by, you know, talking with the other kid's parents and explaining what's going on should put a stop to it. It should. If you have any questions or comments, I know it's kind of a touchy subject because it's, uh, you know, sometimes it's hard to make heads or tails of things, but leave your comments, please. And if we're doing anything here that you feel is worth liking and subscribing, we would greatly appreciate it. All right, on that note, thank you so much.